3 press conference. Of course, the event goes down at the O2 Arena here in London. Saturday, March 18th, capacity crowd will be on hand. It is great to have a pay-per-view back in front of all of you fine people for the first time in a long time. Let's go! All right, with that, who has the first question?
This is a question for Leon Edwards. Leon, obviously this is a card built completely around you. You're the champion. You're coming back here to England to defend this title. How is it? How's this feeling this fight week being in front of your home crowd?
London, what's up? Let's go! Let's go! I'm honored to be here. It's been a long road coming. I've worked hard to get here. And Saturday night, I'm gonna make you all proud for sure.
Yesterday at the media day, Kamaru said he wondered what you've done in 2 fights to prove you can beat him. I'm curious what your response is to that.
Put my shin across his head. What the fuck?
Kamaru, when you hear that, I'm curious about the last fight. Do you think it was a mistake you made or a bit of skill that he did that won that fight?
No, I don't think that. I think there's no such thing as a mistake. You know, it was a learning experience. An oversight by myself. But we correct that. We get back on the horse and do what greatness requires.
There's been some suggestion that being knocked out will affect you on Saturday, but you're a guy known for your composure. How do you feel you're going to react once the fight is going underway?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, how do you feel that knockout will affect you on Saturday night when you start fighting?
You said, based on what he was saying?
Yeah.
Well, he's an ordinary person, and he speaks of, what ordinary people do, but I'm not ordinary. I'm extraordinary, and he's going to find that out Saturday night.
Last one from me. Leon, we spoke about this a couple of times. How do you rate Kamaru's fashion today?
The man can dress, I told you. He's been a good dresser, I don't know if he's styling him, but he's doing well.
Question for Justin Gaethje. In the back right here. Obviously, a lot this week of what Rafael has said has involved, eating your heart and all this kind of stuff. So I'm expecting, what type of fight are you expecting from Rafael on Saturday?
I'm expecting a fight that's going to blow the roof off this fucking place. Give you guys, he's the perfect dance partner. It's exactly what I dream of when I dream of stepping in there. Can't wait.
And a lot of fans and pundits, obviously, they rate his striking very high. But when you watch him, do you think he has inside him the ability to go through wars that you have in all of the fights you've had in the UFC?
No, I think with the coach I have, we got a great game plan. We're going to control everything. Control where this fight goes, where it stays. And I'm going to cause damage like I always do. I've never stepped in there and not put my hands on anybody, no matter how elite they are or were.
Question for Rafael. Yesterday at Media Day, Justin said that he is the most exciting fighter in the history of this sport. I'm curious, do you agree with that assessment?
Боец UFC, как Джастин вчера сказал.
He deserves everything about people talk about him. Yeah, but Saturday night, I have to show real highlight also.
I'll ask you the same thing I asked Justin. What type of fight are you expecting from Justin in there? And can we expect this to get into the 3rd round?
Какой бой ты ожидаешь от Джастина, и ты ожидаешь, что будет 3-й раунд?
I wait the best Justin in front of me in octagon. Yeah, that's it. The best Justin. I need the best Justin in octagon.
And final question for the 2 men in the main event. Leon, I'll start with you. Yesterday, Conor McGregor gave an interview, and he said he might actually come to this fight, and he would be interested in maybe the winner of this fight for the welterweight title. I'm curious both of your assessment of that idea.
As the king, I welcome all challenges, so whoever comes, get it.
I've always said I welcome it, so if it happens, it happens.
Question over here for Kamaru. Just over here, Kamaru. Hey. You said at the media day that you've never been attached to the belt and that you've finally been able to silence the noise that comes with being champion. I'm curious, what motivates you then and drives you to get the victory on Saturday?
Can you give us that question once more? We're having a hard time. Once more.
Kamaru, you said in the media day that you've never been attached to the belt and that you've finally been able to silence the noise that comes from being champion. If that's the case, then what keeps you driven and motivated to get the victory on Saturday?
Well, it's never been about me being driven. Each and every time I step into that practice room, I've always gave 100%, you know, with my training. And so it's never been about whether I'm driven or whether I want to work or to get there. I've always been that way. You know, there's a lot that comes with being, you know, the champion. And so, you know, now I've got to silence some of that noise and I got to go back and just grind like I normally do.
And for Leon, just over here for Leon. Leon, you said even on your worst day that you were able to knock Kamaru out. If that was your worst performance, then what kind of a performance can we expect to see on Saturday?
Saturday night, like I said, I'm going out there to show off, show out. You know, I truly believe that this is my time, and I think Saturday night you'll feel that. You know, I felt him the last fight. Even though altitude played a big part in it, I know it's improved. I'm not deluded. You know, I know he's a good fighter, but I truly believe I am better, and I just can't see him come to the UK and take him back home. So, let's go, let's go.
And last one, Leon. You've made the walk out into the O2 arena before many times, but this time is going to be different. How special is it going to be for you on Saturday night to walk out as champion?
It's coming up. It's gonna mean the world. Like I said, it's been a long time. This is my fourth time, I think, fighting at the O2. I was meant to headline it first with Tyron Woodley. You got pushed back because of COVID. Now here we are, March 18th, come back as champion. And still, you know, it's gonna be an amazing experience. Like I said, it means the world to me. You know, the road I had to travel to get here, it was hard, it was tough. No one gave me a chance. Everyone wiped me out. And that build character, you know, and it's going to be good.
Question for Leon, down here to your left. How you doing, bro? All right. This is the first time you and Kamaru have been up close in person with each other since you left the octagon in Salt Lake City. What are you making from the energy he's exuding, well, for the first time since he's not been champ?
Listen, we're both professionals, you know. Like he said, he's been there for a while. He's been there a long time, you know. So have I. So we're both is what it is at this stage. When it's time to fight, we're both gonna be ready to fight. And like I said, we're in London. He said he came over here. They're all gonna cheer for him and boo me. So that's the difference. You know, this energy is gonna spur me on.
That's what I said.
That's what you said.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he said, yeah,
no, I said they're not cheering for you. They're cheering for
the UK.
They don't give a shit about you. They care about London. They care about London. They care about London, bruv. They can understand me with my accent more than they can understand you.
Come on. Come on.
Question for Kamaru. You've had many satisfying victories in your career, the back-to-back wins over Colby and then the emphatic knockout of Masvidal. Where would regaining the title on enemy territory rank among them?
Honestly, you know, there's not many more things left, you know, for me to do. You know, this one's just each and every one is special. You know? And I would love this one as well. You know, everyone is special, and I would love this one as well. The Kobe one was special. The Masvidal was special. This would be special just as well.
And speaking of Colby, there's unconfirmed reports that he's here in London as the backup fighter. Can you guys shed any light on that?
This is the first I'm hearing of it. I don't know.
Yeah, first I've heard of that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you.
Question for Kamaru. Leon has said he's going to open the door for you to retire in this fight. Do you feel like he's getting too confident, or do you understand where he's coming from?
I mean, if he wants to open the door for me, that's fine. You know, it's him being a gentleman. He opened the door so the king can walk through.
And one for Leon. Leon, I know we mentioned Conor there. His next fight's at welterweight. Do you feel like a win for him at welterweight is enough for a title shot or not?
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I welcome more comers, you know, him, whoever comes next. But now I'm focused on Kamaru Usman. I believe he's the toughest challenge right now in the division, so I'm focused on that. And whoever comes next, then that's what it is, you know.
Who's next? Stand up.
First question for champion Leon Edwards. The last time you fought at the O2, I was in the crowd. I think it's very fair to say that you weren't getting the love and support that you deserved at the time. How satisfying is it for you now to know that every Brit in the arena is going to cheer you on? They're not just, you know, they bought tickets to see you. You're the reason they're there. You can hear this now. How satisfying is that turnaround with the fans?
Like I said, it's heartfelt, you know, it's been a long road coming, and I am proud to be adopted by the UK, and I'm proud to be Jamaican also. So yeah, Saturday night I'm representing for both UK and Jamaica, and I'm gonna put on a show for both of them, you know.
And Justin, as you said, you are the most exciting fighter on the UFC roster. As a British MMA fan, I feel very privileged to be able to watch you live Saturday night. Do you feel any extra motivation to put on the typical Justin Gaethje exciting type of performance for these British fans?
That's just how I fight. I don't go out there and try to do that. That's just who I am. It's who I've been since I was born. Most violent fucking game in the world we're playing on Saturday night. All this is bullshit, and you guys get to enjoy this shit, and we're gonna beat the shit out of each other, all of us. We deserve respect, and it is what it is.
Just a question for the former champion, Kamaru. After the rematch, you said you felt elements of relief, having sort of the pressure off of your shoulders. Are you now ready to take that burden back of being champion?
See, this is the thing is, and I want to set this, hopefully, I love giving game to the youngins, and I'm going to, give Leon a little bit of game as well. Is, he's misinterpreting when I said the noise. When you're at home every day, going to the gym, just training, and no one calls you to come do this, come do that, you're not getting any interviews and none of that, it's easy to just train and improve. That's very easy. But once you're a champion, you're getting a lot of these opportunities to do that. It starts to pull away from you for a little bit. That's the noise. But that noise I silence. I love just being able to go to the gym and just train and come back home. And so he's going to feel the wrath of that, this Saturday.
And the question for the champion, Leon, as well. A lot of talk about the altitude in that first fight and how you didn't really feel yourself. You're back at home now. Sorry, the rematch. You're back at home now on UK soil. You feel like it's going to be a completely different fight because of that?
Yeah, 100%. Technically, and like I said, altitude not affecting me. I've never lost in the UK, amateur or pro. I truly drive off energy of the fans, my family, my friends, being here. And, it's always pushed me forward to do well, and Saturday night it'd be no different.
That was you said first fight. That was the second fight. That wasn't the first.
Apologies, the rematch.
What's the excuse for the first fight? What was the excuse for the first fight?
What's the excuse for the fucking head kicking up?
I dropped my hand. Fuck. There's no excuse. There was no excuse. Beautiful technique. My hand came down and you landed it. What was your excuse for the 3 rounds before that, getting your head beat in?
Getting your head beat in.
Your coach had to back you.
Held against the cage.
Come on, Rock.
This man had never worse. I left there unscathed. Not one
bully you, son.
Not one fucking mark on my face.
You're getting
All
bullied,
it did was
son.
bullied like
you were bullied
behave
in the first
yourself.
fight, and you're gonna be bullied again.
We'll
You're
see.
getting bullied, son.
We'll see.
Don't let him bully you, son.
You'll see.
Don't let him bully you, son.
You awake? You good?
Don't let him bully you, son.
That boy's concussed. You don't know what he's talking about.
He's bullying you, son.
Come on, concussed.
Question 4.
Get your head out of your ass, Rock. He's bullying you, son.
He's got concussion. You don't know what he's talking about.
Leon, question to your right. Last time out, Leon, when you won the title, you celebrated by buying a restaurant for your mum and helping her open it. If you retain the title this weekend, how are you going to celebrate this time around?
I don't know. proud something again for my mum. You know, like I said, this is what got me involved in mixed martial arts, and my aim is to give. I'm not where he is. What he's saying, he wants to. It's too much pressure for him, and people not calling him and shit. Like, I don't care. Like for me,
I never said it was too much pressure.
Like for me,
I never said that.
My mentally and physically, I ain't there. You know, I need to provide for my family. I
know you're not there mentally and physically.
I need to change.
Don't let him bully you, son.
That for my family, you know. So it's all good.
The O2 sold out in minutes. We've never seen anything like that with a UFC event before. What does that say about the standard of mixed martial arts in Britain compared to boxing, which is struggling to sell out this arena?
I think mixed martial arts is growing massively. You know, like since the headshot, it's been crazy. The gyms have been busy. The fans are excited to have it back in the UK, and that's the reason why it sold out that fast. And it was, I think, ticket prices was crazy as well. You know, so it's going to be a good night. And like I said, everyone up here, we're all going to entertain. But like I said, and still, and that's it.
Question for Justin as well. Justin, this is the first time you will have fought in the UK. As you can see, the fans in attendance going absolutely nuts for you. What have you made of the reception you've had?
Yeah.
What have you made of the reception you've had? This is the first time you're in the UK. The fans here are going absolutely mad for you.
It's always nice to get recognized for your effort. I know it's going to be, my fights are always the loudest, and I can't imagine how fucking loud it's going to be on Saturday night. These guys are going to go crazy.
A question for Rafael. Rafael, yesterday Justin said that he needs 2 more wins to get the title shot. What do you think about your plans for the future, and who would you like to face next if you win this Saturday?
Вчера Джастин говорил, что ему нужно 2 боя, чтобы добраться до титула. Какие у тебя планы? С кем бы ты хотел дальше подраться после?
I have just one fight. I need just Saturday, and after I want a title shot or somebody.
And now a question for Kamaru. There was a time when Africa had 3 champions simultaneously. Now you don't have any, and Francis Ngannou is gone. Does it make you extra motivated before this fight, or you are thinking just about yourself, not other things?
No, I think what we've done in this sport is cemented forever. It's never gonna be, never gonna be taken away. At one point we had 3 kings, and so that's etched in stone forever. So, this is time. Time is, time waits for nobody. Time's gonna change. Tomorrow we're gonna be different. So what we've done has happened. I'm just looking forward to Saturday night being the first 2-time African-born UFC welterweight champion.
And question for champion, Leon, if you could choose pulling out another comeback of the year, spectacular knockout, or dominating for 5 rounds and winning by decision, what would you choose?
Headshot for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Question for Rafael, over here. You've called out some pretty famous celebrities in the past. You've called out Hasbulla, you've called out Vince Vaughn, you've called out Rafael Nadal. Is there any British celebrity that you're going to call out if you get the win on the weekend?
Ты, говорит, раньше постоянно вызывал звезд. В эти выходные планируешь какую-нибудь британскую звезду вызвать?
Not British, but have couple names. Yeah, just the first one I need to beat this guy. That's it.
And question for Leon Edwards right here. Not only did you win the title last time, but you also broke Kamaru Usman's streak. He was 1 win away from tying Anderson Silva's win record. What was more satisfying?
What was more satisfying, the head kick or breaking his record?
Definitely becoming world champion. Obviously, I get to do both, right? I get to break his streak and become world champion. But obviously, what's more important to me was becoming world champion for sure.
And one more for Kamaru. You've kind of had this quiet confidence all week, like you know something that we don't know. Why are you so confident coming into this weekend?
I'm always confident in my preparation, absolutely. When I go in the gym, I give it everything. And I have amazing coaches who have poured in their knowledge into me for, as long as I've been doing this. So, that's where the confidence comes from. When you put in the work, you get out there and you get the result.
Question for Fiziev, down here. How does it feel for you knowing that you've travelled halfway across the world and you've got fans behind me screaming? How does it feel that they've followed you halfway across the world to support you?
Oh, I'm born for this. I love this energy. I always, like I say before, maybe somebody hear that. Saturday without.
And then a question for Kamaru, same place, to your left. You said you wanted to come in here and remind Leon of who he is. How do you plan on doing that, and what do you mean by that?
Well, I think, Leon and I have faced each other. We've been in there for almost, 8 rounds? And at the end of the day, we love this. We love the interaction from the fan. We love all of that. But once we're locked in there and they lock that door, it's just him and I. And it's my heart versus his heart. And so I need to remind him who he truly is.
To your right. Based on what you just said, Kamaru, I want to ask all 4 of you, you're athletes, you'll be locked into this cage, you're doing what you're best at. Is fighting beautiful? And if so, why?
Wants to know, is fighting beautiful, and if so, why?
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, I grew up, in Auchi, Nigeria, and then, immigrating to the U.S. and then finally getting to this point. And Leon as well, from Jamaica and then, to the UK and then getting to this point. We're from 2 different walks of life, but somehow, our paths crossed to where we merged in here, and we're going to go in there and we're going to put on a spectacular performance for you guys. And at the end of it, you earn each other's respect in there.
Rafa, just straight ahead. Rafa, assalamu alaikum. About 2 years ago we spoke, and I remember you told me you hadn't had many fights in MMA and you didn't want to be rushed and you wanted more time in the cage. But unfortunately, because of all of your great performances, you're now in a co-main event in a pay-per-view. How does that make you feel? And how has your life changed over the past 2 years?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm still thinking like that, but what I can do, bro? I'm just too good, That's why I'm going too fast, bro.
Leon, just over here. Leon Rocky Edwards, from roadman to the main man. I know there's a lot of guys on the streets who would have seen your journey and been inspired by what you've done, but sadly there's still more guys on the streets. What's your message to those guys, if you could give them right now?
I think just finding something that you like doing, and pursue it. And there's more to life than the streets. Like I said, I've been on both, and there is more to life than the streets. So I started a charity to help give back to youth that's in a similar position as me to try and give back somehow. So there's a big pandemic in the UK as far as knife crime goes and drugs, and so I'm putting my foot forward to help out.
And just finally, one for you, John Anik. There's not many people who can put things into words the way that you can. So if you are able to, please let us know the magnitude of this trilogy fight.
Let's go, John! Well, I feel like in 12 years of doing this, what Leon did at UFC 278 in Salt Lake City was probably the most special moment that I've experienced in 12 years. It laid the foundation to get us back to the UK, right? I haven't called a fight here in 10 years, so I'm probably speaking in superlatives, but this is one of the bigger assignments of my career, and I can't fucking wait to get there Saturday. All right, thank you all for coming out. We're going to clear the stage. We're going to stare these folks off. Don't forget, ceremonial weigh-ins tomorrow. And as we clear the stage, here's a look at what's coming your way in Abu Dhabi later this year.